Hey, what are you doing to recruit, train, and retain your technicians in your shop? Well, one shop here in Tucson, Arizona got the Academy to come in and help them do just that. Let's go in and check it out and see what they're doing. Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
Hi, Bob. How are you?
Hey, thanks for having us in, man.
Oh, it's great to have you here at 911 Collision Center.
Now, you're the president of the Academy. Tell me what that's all about.
I started the Academy about 6 years ago out of the need that the industry is lacking in entry-level techs. I've been a technician for 36 years now. So I developed a program that makes real-world training profitable for employers.
That's cool. So tell me about the program that you specifically designed for 911.
We started a pilot program at their corporate location back in February, and we've continued the relationship since then, and we're customizing the program to fit their needs.
Okay, so you're bringing in entry-level technicians, right?
Yes, we are.
And they're working with A-techs.
Correct.
And the A-tech is sort of mentoring those people.
Correct. What we do is they've identified technicians, detailers, painters, helpers who've wanted to come up into the body and start a career. So we test them, we have pre-testing, and we put them in place with a mentor. We match that mentor through guidelines, and we teach them the nuts and bolts of training.
The training taught us all the fundamentals, not just go in and tear a car apart and okay, where are all the pieces? Now, go in there step by step, take it apart, damage analysis. So when the estimators come out, they know they can walk up to the car and they can look right at the car and say, okay, here's the damage right there.
The types of people we're looking to recruit into our industry are those who have some sort of mechanical aptitude, who have an interest in learning about vehicles. Those who have had some sort of hands-on as they're growing up are often people who really are looking to get into the industry.
I'd like to continue this. It's a trade. I haven't had a lot of opportunities in my life to have a trade, and this is actually something that I enjoy to do.
We don't have dedicated classrooms. They have structured assignments that they take home, homework. But we've developed a real-world curriculum that addresses any type of training, repair, or repair that comes into the facility. So we use training in that facet.
Okay, so how long do they, when they come in and they start this program, how long does it take to them to get them out on the floor?
In as short as 3 months.
Okay.
They're out on the floor right away. They go out on a commission basis within 3 months and become profitable.
The beginning techs all seem to have the same tools. What's up with that?
There's a tool program that 911 provides for their technicians that graduate the program and then wanted to pursue it in a career with 911. So they buy a tool program, a starter tool program, and then after they complete the program and 1 year's worth of employment, the tools are theirs.
So they have the tools. It's a 2-year program. What's going to stop them from just saying, hey, thanks for the tools, I'm out of here?
Well, we put in a little check and balance so that if they decide to leave because of the need for entry-level techs and other employers in the area know what's going on, we may try to lure them away with a couple dollars more. But they've signed an agreement to say that, hey, if I do this, I'm going to pay a penalty fee. Sometimes that fee can be as steep as $2,000.
Okay, so they stay with you for the allotted amount of time, so how are you going to make sure that they continue to stay with you? What's your hook?
Well, the benefit of that is 911 has that period of time to show them, hey, I'm the employer you want to work for.
Okay, so they won't necessarily leave for another $1 an hour to go someplace else?
That's right.
Okay, well, let's go look at some of this operation that you have.
Okay.
Okay, so this is one of your trainee technicians, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
this is Mike. He's been in the Apprentice program about 3 months now, and he's doing some metal repair and some surface repair on the vehicle. And over here is Audie, and he's the TTL, what we call the TTL, which is the Technician Training Leader. And he is within visible earshot or eye shot and communication so that he can continue his work while he monitors what Mike's doing.
Every morning, you get the team together, you discuss what you have for the day, you assign each apprentice a different task to accomplish that day or to accomplish by lunch, and then at lunch you review what you've done and see what else they can do for the day to help expedite the jobs.
So this is the A technician who's in charge of the apprentice tech, right?
Correct.
Now, how many apprentice techs do you have per A technician?
We've had up to 3 at any certain time.
If I'm an A technician, what's in it for me? I mean, I'm gonna be wasting a lot of time with these guys. I could be making money.
Well, there's got to be benefits to everybody involved. There's got to be benefits to the employer, to the apprentice, and the technician. In particular, the technician, it extends his longevity. It gives him an increased earnings, and he gets to impart his wisdom.
And wait a minute, increased earnings, that's what they want to hear, right? How does that all work out?
The way we pay scale an apprentice and the way that the apprentices or the technician training leader gets paid to supervise them, he actually makes money off the hours the apprentice is producing, while at the same time hours are being banked to the house. That's the true beauty of profitable apprenticeship.
So everyone's making money.
Everybody's happy.
So going forward, as far as ATECs go, you're going to be looking for ATECs that can actually train people.
Yes.
Because I know from my experience, there's a lot of really good people out there that can fix cars, but they can't show other people how to fix.
Exactly. We're looking for people who have the leadership abilities, the communication, the patience, the quality, the speed. There's a whole host of guidelines that training technician leaders have got to meet before they're considered for that position.
Great. Well, let's go over and look at some more of your students.
Okay, Bob, we're going to go over here and I'm going to introduce you to another team that we've got going. This is a two-man team with a technician training leader and an ET, which is an entry-level tech apprentice. So that's how we refer to them.
Great. Now, you said something about using procedures here. How's that?
Yeah, we use real-world curriculum. This is a what I call real-world training. Not only real world in that sense, but the curriculum and the structure is rotating experience and applied learning.
Okay.
So what these technicians do is they take their apprentices side by side, they work with them, they discover their abilities, and then they decide when they can turn them loose to other tasks that are a little more complex. Over here, we have a door skin in the preparation of being removed and replaced. Now this particular ET, he has seen the procedures done before with his team leader. Now this is his first door skin he's doing on his own, in conjunction and under the watchful eye of the team leader. That's some of the way that they benefit. When they can put an apprentice technician on a less complex task, they can move over to a more complex task, still be productive, still earn their wages, and assign that job to their entry-level tech apprentice.
So you told me about some kind of procedures that tech would follow to do this.
Yeah, well, I've developed a real-world curriculum. This is the book, and what he's doing is he's following the directions now. He's seen it done. He's taken notes on it, he's done task sheets on it. Now what he's doing is he's skinning it according to the directions of the manual.
Okay, so your company has developed all this step-by-step directions for a beginning tech to follow.
For any type of repair that'll come into a body shop.
Okay, so this is, I can see there's a lot to this. Now, do you use this in the actual training? This is the actual training, right?
This is part of the actual training.
On-the-job training.
On the job.
And it's overseen by an ATEC to make sure there aren't any mistakes being made?
Any problems or something that may cause the apprentice problems, he steps in, guides him through it, and then lets the apprentice continue on with the work according to the directions of the book.
Okay, so the apprentice goes through all this. They're all done with their training. How does it work out with it? Okay, you are no longer an apprentice tech. How does that work? How do they get to that point?
Well, he will be probably an apprentice so he can show he's an ATEC and handle any type of repair that comes in the shop. And then a metamorphosis will take place. He will be delegated entry-level tech apprentices, and the team structure will continue.
So I think what I'm hearing here is that you're looking for these beginning techs, these apprentices, to have the capabilities of someday being an ATEC, which means they have to be able to also impart their wisdom, what they've learned, on some other beginning technicians.
Exactly.
Is that right? So it sort of feeds itself.
Exactly. 911 collision, their vision for their company is team repairs, and they've got to expand it through apprentices, and apprentices will use the same curriculum and structures, SOPs. And this is some of the things I'd like to show you. We have a production board here so that the TTL always knows what's going on and what task is being performed. And then he comes over here and we have certain steps for disassembly, certain steps for reassembly. We have TTL guides for apprentice training. We have estimate accountability sign-off procedures, parts check-in procedures. So it is definitely a structured program. And the beauty of this program is, for a shop like 911, is that their culture is adapted to the program, so we can start to implement SOPs, standard operating procedures, for the company in a very subtle yet a very firm way.
Right, right. So it's all uniform.
It's all uniform from any shop.
Well, thanks again, Jeff. I really appreciate it. Sounds like a great program.
It's a pleasure, Bob.
For any of you who want to know more about training or even talk to Jeff's company, we'll have a link on our page right underneath this video for you to check out.